All right. C1x Road launch, day 21.5. It is still Wednesday, first day of the World Championships. Did a brief video this morning. Filmed our first little Worlds round recap, which I don't know if those are going to be any good, but we'll see. I think any good because of that's just not something that is a strong suit of mine. But oh well. Now we're back with another video later in the day. So the only thing I've started to do in the app, I haven't looked at it yet, I just finished plugging in values at least, is right now, as of, I guess I think I finished this morning? This morning or last night, I don't know. It all blends together. At this point, the all stats view. This is more or less in its finished state for at least the version that we're in. Certainly changes will continue to come in the app in all facets, but just like this is our finished view for settings right now, this is it for the all stats view. So we got that done. You can see I've still got the remnants of the round at the Beast here, shot by a Vino Makala, who was the first solo leader at Worlds this year. We don't need to talk about whatever score he took on 16. That might have ruined that, but yeah, he birdied the first 8. No one else did that, so so now on the round display view, we have that same all stats view down here. It's displaying the correct information, which I am happy with. I'm going to stick with. Some minor changes we might add down the road, but good right now. So the next thing I want to do is improve the rest of this view. And by next, it's kind of the last design thing that we're going to do. It's been about a week at this point, but dozens of hours of improving design layouts for certain things. We also got our C1x round rating here. It gave Vino a score of 8.14, which I don't hate. I don't hate it. It'd be mid-8s, I think, without all those OB strokes. Still a good round. But we've got this. Still lots of things to do. But trying to wrap up the design changes first. So we're going to try and improve this round display view a bit today. And we'll see. Maybe I'll get into some other stuff. Yeah, I do want whole breakdowns. I still want something to kind of resemble this, but definitely to look a little bit more cleaned up than this. So I'm going to try this grid view with some cards. We're going to see if this is any good. Got a third-party package for being able to flip cards. I really don't know. We're just going to do a reset, see what happens. We are getting all kinds of overflow issues. Which is interesting. So let's go pixels on the bottom, pixels on the bottom. Is it heart height? Is this the issue? Like if I make this 4? I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is where I'm calling them here. Padding, that's 8. Aspect ratio. Okay. Height 40, arrow down. Using the below call with the below widget. Creating a new file. This is our new initial file for these flip cards. Gives me a big overflow error. Gives me a overflow error on the bottom of every card. remove. Let's do a reset now. Still going to populate a bunch of errors, which is fine. Let's clear it out. Let's reset again just to clear out the debug console, and then we'll give that another go. Still same issues. I removed the width and height and the sized box from both the front and back. Still get the same overflow issue. What does... So you can kind of get the idea here of what I was going for. I'm hard coding a height right. No, I'm not. I just removed it. Let's go back. Nothing changed there. Overflowing by pixels on the bottom. Container, text, main axis center. I don't think if I would, yeah, I should be passing. We're gonna go final double screen width, final double screen height. I'm gonna force those values through here. Required. Is equal to screen width times 0.3, and this can be screen height times 0.2. And then we just have to pass these in. Screen width, screen height, add a comma, and do a reset. Give me another one, get rid of the errors here. Still overflowing, still the same issue. Okay, interesting. Item count, padding, 4. Not a lot. Cross-axis count, cross-axis spacing. I already have that in, don't I? I do. Child aspect ratio. I don't know what that does. Setting the child aspect ratio was the issue. When I reduced it from 1.2 to 1, the problem was fixed. Why? Do I have to set a child aspect ratio? And what happens if I still getting overflow errors when I flip it? Why do we set the aspect ratio then? If I am setting width and height isn't go worthless. Okay, so what is width over height? Okay. So can I go like 0.6? That makes them taller. Okay. Interesting. Asset not found. Okay. 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 Is there a way to programmatically flip the card? Okay. Can I just do that here? It says it right here, but it's not. Is it not supported anymore? Updated 2 years ago. Doesn't work anymore. Because I am importing the package here. Not gonna work. Okay. Well, then let's get rid of this. Update this full code to use the other newer package then. Hold on. Update my it's the Flutter Flip card package. All right, gotta go update this file. Flutter Flip card. Which is this guy. Published very recently. Seems to be working better. 0.0.6. Update that. Let's go ahead and Copy the new package here, which is this. And then copy that. Card side. Controller column. Okay. Oh, that looks good. And then this child needs this. Front is undefined. Okay. Widget. Rotate side. Rotate side. And how does it call it? Rotate side bottom. Rotate side bottom. Is there a duration? There is. Duration isn't defined. I see it defined right there. So what am I? No, hold on, I'm on ChatGPT. There's no duration. Oh, animated duration. Duration. Animation duration. Okay, whatever. And so now, it's still called whole card. Detail content. It just wants a new widget. I'm not doing that. What is widget detail content? Do you remove the display I had previously? Of the card. There we go. Okay. And then what's its issue? Just on screen width. Are we setting? We're setting aspect ratio, so I guess I don't know if I want to do that. We can try just deleting it for right now. Let's do a reset. Cancel. Okay, so some things to adjust. Flipping from the right. Rotate side right. Axis flip vertical. Par 3 distance score. Passing score color on display. Where's my call at? Here we go. Get score color. I am. Okay. Is this what I have in mind, I guess? It's not terrible. Is it terrible? Is this card thing a bad idea? I just want something that's a little more unique. This has to be easy to read, and I think something like this is going to be better. So let's try this. Let's zoom out ChatGPT a little bit here. New chat. Below is a widget I'm using. Short answer, does this make sense? Let's go to round display. Let me copy my grid view builder here. Below is how I'm calling this within a grid view. Yes or no only, does this make sense? This currently shows 3 cards per row, with each card containing whole information. I want instead is to have 6 cards per hole and have each card only show the numbers. So each row would start with just a set of labels that say hole, par, distance, etc. And would then have 6 cards in that row that are all thin and just show the numbers, i.e. 3, 3, 425, etc. write the full widget first, and we'll go to how it's laid out and called. This doesn't quite seem to be what. Maybe I need to do this one on my own. Actually, I don't like this. No scrolling. No scrolling. Each row will only show 6 holes. The next row will be shown on a new one. That's not good either. Maybe we start over again. Stat display. Stat calculations. What is this? That's showing all of this. That's how I'm calling it. Stat display infographic. Okay. I don't know what I was finding so confusing about that, but yes or no only do row code does. I want to keep this exact same layout. I want each column to be its own card. See that I'm only displaying 6 holes per row. So the labels on the left would be a card, and then there should be 6 cards next to it with all of the information for each hole. Can you create a widget just for this? Single row, 7 cards total, yes. Yes. Whole row cards. Probably gonna just call this the same thing. I don't really want a new name for it. whole breakdown card maybe would be fitting. Display, that's an issue. Whole breakdown card. Let's copy that. Go here. What is this? Header graphic. Okay. So what, I just need to import the graphics here. Round display graphics, right there. Throw it right there. Does that not get rid of those errors? Round display whole graphics is I think what I want. Round display whole graphics. There we go. Okay, and then our call here is whole breakdown card. Whole number, what are the arguments? Round index, round parse. Build whole card. Alright. I need to, I think before I dive too deep into this, think about how I actually want this to look. Do I really dislike this display of this and just want it to be cleaned up? Do I want to completely change it? What do I want? Let's take a step back. I haven't changed code yet and still have my original breakdown. I want to retain the same style of structure. I'm looking for a much more unique way of showing it. I don't think large whole cards are the answer. What other ideas do you have? It's got to be something like this. I think I'm leaning towards 7. Already on my round display view, I've already got the 4 loops I would need. One of them is here. Build a widget that can take in take in what? Info and generate a nice scoreboard. Still only showing 6 items per row. Still taking in screen height, horizontal spacer. Okay. How we'll call it. So I'm going to get rid of this. Like so, we're going to go for our set of 6. 0 set of 6 is less than set of 6 plus. I'm going to drop that in there. Horizontal spacer, let's say 5. This is round index. Go away. Get score color. Why am I passing like that? I don't think I want that at all. We are going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of these silly calls. Get score color. Holes. That is a list end. Where is that? Get score. Yeah, what do I call it? Is it on here? It is. Round display. Round display. And then how do I pass each hole? Build hole column, build label column, map. I just don't like that call. I guess I can start by just doing this. And you can see what that does, I guess. No return here. None of that. Just a comma. Let's try reset. Okay. I see the intention. Before I figured out that holes variable, I wanted to make sure this is actually what I was going for. This widget makes the view a little bit too small. The label column doesn't line up with the icons. post up to the scoreboard row. Paste that. Why is it scrolling? Why is it scrolling left and right? No scroll. Everything needs to fit within the screen. Okay. Padding. How? Whoa. Was everything lined up previously? It is not. It is not even close to lined up. Okay. This got everything to fit, but now the labels don't line up with the icons again. Fields as below. I'll break down. Build label cell. So I think here. Everything does indeed line up. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's an okay starting point for us to work with here. There is a vertical padding. 2. Row height is still fairly small. What if I make it 60? Doesn't matter. Item height. 36 vertical pad. Horizontal padding there. Build the badge cell. Text. Border radius. This is adding extra padding here. Colored circle cell. Icon, label column, whole column, total columns. Where's all of that padding coming from? Row height. those are even used. Your code doesn't use any of these variables. Also, why is there so much space between individual holes? Doesn't like something in the call now. Screen height. We're not taking screen height as an argument. We're not. Okay. Uh-huh. That is better. It is better. Is it better? Is it any better? I think the containers look better. I think I still want the sizing to more so resemble what I have here. The scores I want to resemble what I have here. So I wonder if I could grab that. I do want screen height to be passed. Required screen height. Okay. Now, let's get a grasp on this, the badge cell. The label cell. Is it automatically throwing these in a row? Or what is going on here? Infographic content, graphics info, for each one, padding. It's already existing within a row. Badge cell, colored cell. Build label cell. Column. Intrinsic height. So we got a row, build the label column, container, column width, build label, sized box, spacer, holes map. Build whole column. Which this. Okay. Changes to make. Build badge, colored circle. We're just gonna call this colored cell. I've got text, I've got color. Item height, where is item height being set? 36. No. And no. I'm passing in screen width and screen height for a reason. Screen width times, what, there's 7 columns total. Batch cell screen height times 0.5. That colored cell screen width times try 1.2. Do that. Icon cell 5. Let's copy that, throw it here, and then build circle cell. Build circle cell, or no, build colored cell. Colored cell. Copy. Maybe a reset. Things definitely got bigger there. Text did not get bigger, but that can be adjusted. That black 20. Alright, let's say I just copy that. I do this, we go 15. Too big. Seems to work great until I have a 4-digit distance. And then probably not, so maybe like 18. Maybe 18 will work. Okay. Slowly getting there. Build a label cell. Those scramble and penalty. Score gets cut off, drive gets cut off. We're going to call this, we can leave badge, that's fine. Let's create a new one. Let's call this build whole number cell. This is going to be colors.transparent. And then we're going to use this down here. Instead of build colored cell, I can leave that one. Oh. Let's go with build parcel. I want this to be a 1, 2. Let's just go 1. Screen height is probably fine. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. Fill. I'm passing color to it already, I guess. This will be build parcel. And let's make it whole colors dot. No, let's not do that. We'll just go colors dot gray. Okay. Distance cell, this can be just whole number cell. So transparent. Okay. The score one I like. Get score color, par, and score. Does not seem to be. Oh no, it's on the beast. Yeah, so he did birdie every hole. Okay, let's take a brief pause from this. Let's go actually calculate this holes variable. For a set of 6. Hole minus 1. If I say holes to display a set of 6. Set of 6 starts at 0. Holes to display is starting with 6. So if set of 6 times or plus 1 times 6 is greater than less than holds to display set of 6. So let's say set of 6 is equal to 1. 1 plus 1, so this is 12. So if 12 is less than this value, meaning that we're not displaying the full 6, then holes is equal to list dot generate let's get rid of this. Generate length generator growable. No. All right, let's go list dot all right, so maybe we just trying to determine how to best fill in these lists. If the conditional evaluates to true, that means there aren't enough holes to show a full list of 6. If it is false, then the list would then holes, the value passed, need to be set of 6 times 6. Set of 6 times 6, set of 6 times 6, 1, set of 6 times 6 plus 5. Am I doing that right here? Probably not. For a whole, set of 6 plus 1 holes is less than or equal to plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I do think that's right. I don't think I can throw that inside of the for loop though. Definitely can't. Since this is occurring in a widget, the for loop holds the widget. Can I do this in a single line when passing the holds value? sublist, set of 6 times 6. Which is start and the end. If it's less than that, it's this. Holes to display dot length is not it. Holes to display set of 6. If it is less than that, it's this. If it's not, then the end of it is that. Yes. Okay. And then what? I just need a parentheses there. Let's do a reset. Trying to make sure I can actually get all the holes to display, and then I'll I'm getting an error. Oh my god, the value is 6. Passing 12, 445. Set of 6. Valid value. 6. Huh. Zero and oh, no. Okay, let's do a reset there. I was gonna say, I don't know if that fixes the issue, but that was an issue regardless. Still on 445. Holes to display sublist. That okay, so that's not right. I can't create a sublist of that. Holes to display is not what you think it is. Create a new variable to create the sublist from. That was a lot of typos. No, it is not even numbers that you think it is. You need a new variable altogether. Maybe I just do this. All holes equal to list generate round pars index dot length. And then use it there. Is that going to work for me now? Yes. Okay. So now we're at least displaying all of the holes. I wonder, so now I'm going to go back to designing this on the build par column. Colored set build parcel. Let's make this just a little bit smaller. Score is good. I'm going to need to use some icons here. So let's do this. Let's say this widget is to create the column labels to the left of my whole breakdowns. Update it to also include icons where I need them, replacing some of the labels with an icon. There we go. All right, so score, flight takeoff. Adjust. Oh. That's, I mean, yeah, good try. It's pretty good suggestions for the C1 and C2, but I do want these to just be C2. Warning is good. Scramble. Let's just give me an update there. That did get rid of redo. Doesn't line up again though. Good, but I'm back to these labels not lining up with the rest of the content. Not even close. Not even close. Below is a snippet of the full code. The label column is still substantially shorter. Text that is not the same style as the rest of my labels. Okay. Cool. Okay. So we are lined up now at least. Let's go icon asset. Yeah, this needs to be icon. Data icon as icon. Data. Yes. We're gonna go size size. Do I establish an icon size here? I don't think so. Icon, final icon size is equal to screen width times 0.1, 0.5 maybe. Color. Null is not a subtype, yeah. Icon. So this one's going to be a label. Label. Icon. What was it? It gave me the example before. Label data. Like this. Penalty. There we go. All right, give me the rest of these too. But now I want label. I guess let me do another reset, make sure I'm still lining up here. Reset. Still getting that issue. Null is not a subtype of type string and typecast 213. Let be below code. I get the following error. Oh. I see. There we go. Okay. Way too big? No, perfect. Okay, so this one is going to be a label and a label and C1 and C2. Gradient regulation. Maybe we just make this a label as well and stick with that GIR. So kind of working my way closer to what I had originally with this. No, sorry, not this. This. But trying to just clean it up a bit. Trying to. 3 penalty strokes there, which is still good. Let's just keep working our way down first. So C1, C2. Maybe those should be transparent as well. Maybe. Build whole number cell. Just this. And part of it's probably just going to be me actually updating some graphics here, which is fine. Scramble, I think, is probably going to need to be, again, we can ask any good native icons for Scramble. Is there a spatula or whisk icon? Okay. So probably nothing on Scramble, which is okay. Instead, what's the best way to convey scrambling? Stats, scramble stat, and I can fit 5 letters. And 5 letters or less. So label S scram. Surely that's too many letters. It is. Maybe just SCR. Okay. What about a good icon? The row label for row label. User whole scores. Score, just score. Let's try it. Icons.score. $2K. Why does it say 2K on? Score includes 2K. I need something better. Indicates tally or strokes. I don't think any of these are going to be good, but something that indicates throws or hits. What does a sports handball look like? Fun icons, but no. Just need something better to indicate that for the number of shots the user took on a hole. Toll. Kind of looks like a disc coming out. Sports golf. I think this is a golf ball on the tee, which I don't want to use. Yeah. Let's see what time lapse is. Toll isn't bad. I don't hate it. Maybe this one can just be T. I mean, I do think it's getting better than what I had previously. Just not by a lot yet. Are there any good icons to represent a disc golf tee pad? A big part of it is probably just going to be updating the graphics at this point. The penalty area when I do want to adjust. Let's start with this. I want to add a couple borders. So we can do that real quick. Where do I have? Down here on the round display I do. Let's just copy that. Let's go here. Nope, not on this one. On this one, where do I have par? Label cell, whole number cell, badge cell, par cell. Here we go. So I just need that. Like so. Does that give me a border up there? Does not. Do I need to add width? Width 2. No. Am I using parcel down here? I am. Colors gray. Build parcel. Decoration, alignment, text. Maybe I need to do a reset. No. Huh. Idea why the border isn't showing here. Oh, I copied it from the wrong spot. colored cell, not a whole number. It's just colored cell. That's what I'm using right now. So we're just gonna go through this right here. We're gonna call this build whole color cell. And then I'm gonna use that down here. So now I get a border. And then the penalty one. Build whole color cell. Build penalty cell. And then here we're going to go build penalty cell. Turn penalty graphic shot data colors dot red. It would be nice actually to penalty cell background color int penalty if penalty equals 0, return color dot transparent colors, else return map theme colors dot vivid sunset red. Gotta go import style presets, app management and style presets. So I've got that function now way down here, penalty, stop, penalty cell background color. And that's going to be this. No. It'll be on the call here. Penalty cell background color. Return penalty graphic shot data. We'll go int try parse. We're gonna grab this. There we go. And then can we do on the build penalty cell? I guess I'm getting int penalty equals int try parse text 0. Yeah, maybe I just, let's get rid of this. We're just gonna do it on the thing itself. Build penalty cell. If penalty is equal to 0, let's not pass color. Text var on border color equals colors dot transparent var cell color equals app theme colors dot vivid sunset red. Here, if it's equal to 0, then we're gonna go, this is black. Transparent. Yeah, we can do this. Transparent, transparent. If penalty is not equal to 0, then we go, get rid of this, and we go border color equals colors dot black, cell color equals app theme colors dot vivid sunset red. And then I just need to use these down here. This becomes this, comma, and this becomes this. And then on our call down here, we just remove that from it and save. So now they're all going to be transparent except for that last one, hopefully. Yeah. One penalty stroke there. That might be a little much. Should I just make them smaller? Like, would that be sufficient? Maybe. And then we just go update graphics. Build par, build badge, text, and whole number and label. I don't use label right now. Build label cell, okay. Don't use label. Build whole number cell, background color. Yeah. Okay. Build badge cells never used. Parcel, whole color cell, penalty cell, icon cell. And I call the icon cell return driving graphic, which shows an image on that asset path. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think I am getting a little bit closer here. A little bit. Is there go? Is there a unique or clean way to add a little bit of division between the rows? Build label column. Children with dividers. Label column, and then I've got a build whole column. Add a divider. I don't think I want to do that because that's basically what I already have here. really don't hate some of these graphics. I guess easy question to ask is, do I think this is already better than what I had previously? I think the answer is yes. It conveys all the same information. So for starters, I think I can get rid of all this and never use it again. I'll save the code if I really need it. We're going to pretend like I don't. All right. And I'm replacing everything I'm about to delete with this right here. So this block of code, and obviously the file I created, but it's at least separated. And here I need to go all the way down. Stat display infographic. To this. Row. That's the row. Oh. So I think I was just missing these two. Yeah. There we go. Try and kick all these back here. Like so. Definitely still missing some stuff, but that's okay. All right, so let's reset that, and now that should all go away. Yeah. So now this is our whole breakdown. We're getting there. I like just these icons here. I do think those are good. I removed the pluses to there. We'll still have some unique issues where if distances aren't set. I can probably hide this. Let's do that real quick. Stat widget factory. Actually, infographic, config, organization. So maybe we just hide the whole thing here. I pass in a value that we can go bool is for round display. And then here I might go if is for round display else. Or we just go if not for round display. And then we throw this here for round display and or labels dot first not equal to rounds. I already did though. What, do I need to throw this outside of it here too? Yeah, that's fine. Here we'll go because when I call it from here, right? Round display. Where is it? Right there. Not scoreboard row, right here. Is for sharing false. Final bool is for round display. This dot is for round display equals false. Is for round display. Okay. And then now that I've implemented that, I think I just need to go to my round display view. And we can just pass it here. Is for round display true. So now let's do a reset with the goal of hiding that one. Yep, perfect. We don't need to show rounds and whole numbers on the round display view, but we still want to show them on this view. I want rounds and wholes here. I do not want it here. So that's perfect. Other improvements to this. Changing graphics, obviously. I would like to, maybe just off the bat, I can. Where was this at? Whole breakdown curve, there we go. On the building an icon, label column, icon cell. Sized box, height is that screen height. I do set the same height on those. Maybe I set screen width here. Width equals 0.12. I was thinking that was going to make them all bigger, but obviously that's not what happened. I guess that's the same size I had them as previously. I probably don't want to, oh. I didn't change it? Which one did I just change? I just changed something. This one? This is what I changed? Penalty did not get bigger, okay. Screen height, 0.5. Back to the icon cell. Screen width times 0.12. Set this to width, save. Didn't get any interesting, okay. Oh, I definitely want that spacing. Is everything else spaced out how it's supposed to be? I feel like this is getting a little high on me. Whole number cell height. Whole color cell. Is that penalty cell? Centered. Height. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So maybe those do stay that size right now. Not the worst. Definitely not the worst. Let me go look at my style presets file. So that is just red, that's what it's showing. Okay. It's just, it still doesn't feel great. Doesn't feel great. But I don't know how to make it better. And maybe it is just changing the graphics. I think I would like for maybe a slightly better way to convey these putting stats. Right now I just show a number in the circle in the C1 and C2 rows, the number of putts attempted from that distance. I want to spice this up just a little bit. Still need to show the number though. Be nice to add a throw-in distance too. Colored circle with a soft shadow drop. This is silly. Build a putt cell. Whole breakdown card. They are build whole number cell right now. Okay, so it's giving me a new cell to try. Build label column. Let's tab that out a bit to here. The icon cell. Build putt cell. We can try it for one. Build a putts cell. No. No, that's not it. All right. I was thinking maybe it was gonna have something unique for me there, but not quite yet. I could wrap it in a similar container. I like par and score kind of being distinguished in that way though. I'm kind of wondering if maybe penalty cell shouldn't even have the like if maybe this is just transparent always. I think I kind of like that better. So only par and the whole score, get that border. Obviously updating the graphics, but I think that's going to be for these, for scrambling. I don't love the warning icon actually. I need better flutter icons for the penalty. I don't like icons. Warning. Block. Where's the labels? Block. Not quite. Report problem. Looks the exact same. Error outline. getting better. Move circle outline. Is there, maybe there's just a warning outline that would look better? Warning outline. No, warning outline isn't actually outlined. Just cancel. Is there a cancel outlined? It's actually outlined. Yes. Yeah. It doesn't quite convey OB as much, but what was the block one? I don't think so. Probably just this. Okay. It's not perfect, but it is not terrible. I do think it's better than what I had before. So I've got that going for me at least. I wonder, is there a way to add? Is there a way for me to add a squiggly line divider at the bottom of this list of widgets? We'll see. Custom painter. We'll give this a try. I was thinking that some distinction might be nice here, but maybe it'll look stupid. Column width. Instead of this squiggly line, just give me a thick divider line that is only half the width of the screen and centered. does do it for every single. What do I call that? Put the whole column. It's here. That's what I call it. So I bet I could actually throw that in a column. Let's try this real quick. Refactor into a column, and then I just add this below. It's easy, right? Yeah. I think so. Can we go size box height 10? Might be a little too big for me. A little less thick. Don't think that helped. Maybe wider. Maybe I just do that. It's kind of a nice distinction between them. Indent, color. That's not bad. Space above and below the line. Oh, I can alter that. So instead of this, I could just do this. Height. Maybe that's good. Not sure why there's more space up there. Main axis alignment. Center it. Does that do anything? No. Center. No. Sets horizontal. Main axis as min. Main axis alignment. Center. No change really. Wonder what happens if I take that out. Still nothing. Okay. Not getting anything there. That's not too bad though. Build whole number cell. I don't think I put a spacing on that at all. No. Okay. Well, I might call it there for this video. this view is coming along pretty well. I think some things that I want to do. I want to update graphics for this. So I'm going to do that. I'll probably do that off video. What else do I want to do? I've got some changes to do on the course difficulty. So I think I talked about this in the last video, but when you add a course right now, it's this 1000 rated number. I want this to be a scale of 1 to 5, and I want the whole app to update that accordingly. And that's going to factor into the C1x grade. So I want to do that. So that might be something that I do a little bit of work on off video. Do I need to update anything on this? Complete redesign of all stats view, and we're just going to say and round summary view because it's coming. We're most of the way there now. Already a complete redesign except for that top section, which is also our social sharing. When you hit the share button, just as a reminder, I think I clicked it there. Yeah, it gives you the image here to update. So figuring that out. I want this bar and these circles to more closely match what I have down here. So that's a change I'll make. We'll see how much I get to off video. I am going to try to, at a minimum, get these graphics updated in time for the round 2 world video tomorrow. Get those in there. Be nice to add like a throw-in distance, but I don't track explicit distances. Not yet. Not yet. Still so much to do. The watch app is going to be a whole nother endeavor, but one thing at a time. One thing at a time. This looks better. This is fun to look at now. Maybe I'll go, that's something I gotta update too. I've got to update that. I've got to update the design for the filter dialog. But I mean, we're getting there. We are getting there. Okay, I gotta wrap it up here. We got new graphics coming. If I do anything else off video, I'll bring it up in the next one. But as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.